G'day and welcome back to Good Times by La Rhoda Australia, Odds and Ends. I'm Dan and today we are going to unbox my Pro-Ject The Classic Walnut. Now I've had to wait for this thing since September. It's been a long time. Now, that's not the supplier's fault, nor is it my mate Matt's fault at Real Music. The thing is, they only produce about 400 of these a year, so I'm told. Now, the low production numbers versus high demand, shit happens, I had to wait. But I have opened it, and I was reading the instructions, which I have here at a camera shot. And you can see here just how complicated this is to make. Like, that's a lot of separate components, rather than the usual one-piece turntables they make. But otherwise, let's get into it. Alright, I've got my scales here. I'm going to need that to balance the tone arm. And I was given this record puck. It's a weight that sits on the spool. Keeps your record in place. It's supposed to make them sound better, but we'll find out. I'll do a review on this one day. So it did come with this attached card, which says this Pro-Ject turntable has been pre-fitted with a carefully selected Audiophone cartridge to suit your sonic tastes. Yeah. Our cartridge match technicians have aligned your cartridge to Audiophone specifications for alternate sound reproduction. We've recorded the unique technical measurements from our alignment procedure for your reference. And here we go. Turntable, the classic walnut. Serial number, unimportant. Cartridge, a quintet blue. That's a moving coil cartridge, and it's the first one I've ever had. So I'm super excited about this. There's a backstory to this as well, so I'll post that in a different video. But we've got tracking force, which is 2.5 grams. That's the weight on the very end of the needle. Tracking ability is 65, don't understand that number. Crosstalk, which I've never heard of, is at negative 35 decibels, and resonance at 10 Hz. Don't know what all that means, but it sounds impressive. Alright, let's have a look inside. So we've got cardboard, shitloads of cardboard. Here's all the pieces. Oh, that reminds me, I better put gloves on. So we've got a belt. You've got a cloth to clean your records with. A pair of cotton gloves. There's my anti-skate weight. There's my 45 adapter with an Allen key. A set of manual scales, which I won't be using because I've got the digital ones. Whoa. I've got the counterweight there, which is really heavy compared to my other turntable. Got a cartridge alignment card. Another 2 Allen keys, not sure what they're for. I've got this strange looking little fella here. Now this is it's a key to change the belt speed, and I'll show you that on the pulley inside, but it's so you don't have to keep touching the belt with your fingers, because the greases and acids on the ends of your hands can degrade the belt and shorten the lifespan a bit. Now I've got this funny looking little, I think that's metal. Yeah, little metal tab. Don't know what that's for, we'll figure it out. Alright, put this on the floor. More cardboard. Alright, so there's our lid and the plastic that it came in. I'll be right back. That's better. Alright. There's the dust cover, or the lid. Put that safely over here out of the way for the moment. I'll reach inside, we'll get the... Oh, Jesus! Jesus, this is heavy. Alright, so here's the main turntable itself. Oh yeah. Better put my hand right under it because this thing weighs 10 kilos. I don't want to drop it. I'd cry. Alrighty, there we go. Now in the centre, these funny looking black dots, I don't know if you can tell from there, they're screws. So I planned ahead and I had this handy. Now, they're in there because this is a separate piece from this outer shell, this timber veneer. We'll have a look in the bottom of here because there will be other stuff. Always go through your packaging and don't throw away important things that you might need. So that, what do we have here actually? Kind of important, it's the power lead. Now, I'm not sure if that's a custom job or not, but that's what an Australian plug looks like if you don't happen to live here. That just clips in. Yep. There we go, ready to roll. Look in the bottom here. Alright, we've got our little adjustable feet. 1, 2, 3. Sun's putting up a little bit of a fight. Come on, come on. There we go. This is a shitload of plastic though. Shitload of plastic. Alright, now we've got the platter. And by the looks, the platter matte. If I can get my hand into it. There we go. Very nice. And our felt mat to go on top. If you had the Speedbox Super Pack, it actually comes with a cork mat and a built-in speed box, so you can adjust the speed without having to lift the platter off. But if we have a look under here, you'll see a very thick, heavy piece of rubber. That's to help dampen any resonance or vibrations coming back through the turntable. So we'll put that on in a minute. But first, we'll put on the feet. So, like I said, this is a separate piece, so leave these screws in until you're ready to put on the platter. Because when you tip it over, it'll tip out and the wires inside will be torn apart. That'll be very, very sad. Well, I suppose while we're here, while we're looking at the underview, you can see the RCA connector and the earth here in the middle. And these little feet actually have rubber on them. So whatever vibration comes through the system won't feed back into the turntable, which is a really nice touch. They've thought of everything when they put this together. So we'll we'll screw that in nice and tightly. Now these only have to be finger tight. You don't have to put them in and twist like crazy. Because of the soft rubber, you probably can't tighten them up too much anyway. So just firm to finger tight like that. That's good enough. Alright, let's put it back down and get those screws out. These are great. I'm going to put them somewhere safe so I don't lose them in case I move house or I move interstate or whatever, or I want to travel with it. I can just put these back in and know that this will stay securely in place. Where'd that belt go? There we go. Now, somewhere in the box there's a set of connected E-leads, which are just standard RCA plugs with an earth on them. I'm not going to be using them because I have my own. I'll be using Vandenhole leads instead. But anyway, we just slip the belt on over the top there. There we go. Give it a few spins on it while it's in place, and the belt should just right itself. Now this is the little pulley I was talking about actually while we're looking at it. There it is. This is what the key's for, just to put into here and pull the belt up onto the smaller pulley there like that. Again, I'd prefer not to, and I will eventually get myself a speed box, so I won't have to do that. But I'll show you that in another video anyway. We'll put the lead out of the way, safely over there. Right, we'll probably start with the counterweight actually. Tell you what, let's put all the plastic out of the way, that way I don't lose things in it. So as you slide it on gently, of course, you should feel it clip in, and then you can just twist and turn it either way to adjust it. Now we'll get rid of this here. No we won't, I'll leave it there for the moment. Alright, let's fit the platter. This probably weighs about 2 or 3 kilos on its own, so it's pretty heavy. Certainly heavier than what you'll get off a primary. Not that they're a bad turntable, they're just different, that's all. Alright, that looks pretty good, but we're not done yet. I need that anti-skate weight, which is kind of just a, I don't think it'd be made from lead, but it's just like a little lead weight on the end of a fishing line. It's very simple, and they use it on nearly all of their turntables. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't change it, right? So, I've just got to carefully loop that onto the back catch here, which I will show you a photo of later at the end of the video. Careful, careful. Oh, there we go. And just slip it into there like that. So that's really heavy and probably shouldn't do that. But I do like how it just slips into place nicely. That's a beautiful touch. Gorgeous. Alright. Now I don't need that at the moment because the cartridge was pre-fitted at Interdyne, Australia. They're the largest importer of Pro-Ject turntables in the country. Alright, here's our scales, which I had to go and get batteries for today, but that's another story altogether. Oh, have a listen to that. I'm not home alone today, folks, so you can say hi to Ron Lee if you like.
Hey mate.
Alright, so we'll just set the scale on the turntable, on the platter. Wait for it to zero off. There we go. Now this tracking force has to be 2.5 grams. At the moment it's sitting at 1.32. Now I'm going to leave the cover on the needle because, as it was explained to me, with a moving coil cartridge, if you snap the needle off, you can't just replace it. You have to replace the entire cartridge. And since I've only just unboxed it, that would be very, very sad. I definitely don't want to break it just yet. We'll give it a week or two. Alright, so I'm going to hold it in place. And we'll just give that a little adjustment. Alright, 2.1. Just a touch more. 2.59. Too far. 2.44. That's close enough. I'll get that right later. I'm not going to bore you with that. But for the sake of showing you, this is what the scale is. I recommend, if you don't know how to balance a tone arm yourself, buy one of these scales so you can do it correctly. Because the last thing you want to do is have it too light and it'll skip over the top of the record. And if it's too heavy, it'll just dig gouges out of the record in that very fine track. And you'll play it at someone else's house who has the weight correct at the stylus, and your record will sound like shit and you'll wonder why. It's because that will gouge it out. Like, think about a plough through a field. How it'll just dig up all the dirt. That's what it does inside the inside the turntable, Jesus. Inside the record track. So, now that I'm done with these, I'll put them away for the minute. Just put that out of the road. Alright. Now the important part, the dust cover. Want to keep it looking pretty, don't we? There we go. And you can already see those floating feet in action like that. Now, you don't want this on an unstable surface. So, take really good care with that. Because with this turntable in particular, if it's unstable, it'll just wobble like that as your record plays. And the feet will actually make the resonance worse through the speakers. But we'll deal with that another day. I'll take a few photos of it in situ, and I will show you the Van den Hull leads, and I'll adjust that weight, but I'll do that off video. Well, I'm Dan from Good Times by La Rota, Australia. Have a good one. Well, I should just say thank you, Matt Penny at Real Music, being my mate, and being really good about this turntable. But that's another story, and I'll tell you another day. Bye.